Y'all good to game? Y'all ready? Excited?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Finally,
another soul game! Yeah! Let's go!
soul game real.
True, and we get another one next week too.
That's crazy.
We do?
Back to back.
Yeah, because this week was supposed to be Heart Week, but we did because we swapped Soul and Abomination vaults, and then Derek went on a date instead of doing Abomination vaults.
Literally the day of, by the way. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, I
Pose before
think I
pose?
planned it the day before, so...
Anyways, let's get rolling. 6 pairs of footsteps tap along the empty halls. Having picked up yet another person for your group, your party continues through the ominous and endless halls. I have a cough drop in my mouth, and it's really hard to do this opening with a cough drop. Hold on.
It's candy, just chew it and swallow.
That's what I just did.
Huge!
It was small. Anyways, it's... The last 2 encounters gave a preview into the horrors of this place. Endless undead behind winding doors. An unstoppable ooze cleaning the halls. It's felt surreal ever since you've entered the ruins. Like walking into another world. Your party turns a corner, only to be met with another stretch of red carpet. Doors occasionally lining the walls. It makes your skin crawl. It's been a little bit since the last session, so to make sure that everybody is in their own character's headspace, I want to hear from everybody this time instead of one person. So let's start off with Lucille. How is Lucille handling herself right now?
This place. Endless halls. Who knows what lurking at every corner. Like cleansing humans inside of it like some sort of digestive tract. Lucille hates this place. It's an awful abomination to nature. She wants nothing more than to get out of here as quickly as possible and continue on. But also, she wonders if the rest of the hollow will just be even worse.
Juno.
Juno is definitely a bit confused with all the branching paths. A little concerned about whether or not they're even progressing forward or just are staying at the same like stagnant level. But she's pretty determined to make sure everyone is safe and we get to wherever we need to go as soon as possible.
Slate.
With all the undead that Slate has been seeing, both before entering this castle, or halls, or whatever you want to call it, and during, and how the halls are seemingly changing and moving around and unknown of how we're going, Slate's just worried about what has happened to the people down here, because clearly something became these undead, and seeing that we've found some people such as Sky down here, he worries of more, like, what happens if we don't get out.
And last but not least, Wolfram.
Wolfram is... I feel like he's got a different perspective on this than the rest of the party. Like, it sounds like the party as a whole is very... And the vibe that Wolfram gets, like, reading, expressions is, like, very concerned, very, like, worried that things are going to turn out poorly just by the fear of the unknown and the, uneasiness that comes from being near undead. But he has a different perspective on that. He actually is weirdly comforted by the undead. Like, it's not so unusual, not so foreign to him. It's not as scary as it probably is to the rest of the party, and certainly as far as the fear of the unsureties of the castle here. Because of the folio, the scholarly journal, sorry, that Wolfram's got, is kind of like an eye and aura of curiosity that he's got. Cautiousness, sure, as always, as somebody who meticulously analyzes everything, but it's kind of like being a kid in the candy store, like following the map and being like, oh, I see that they wrote about this, or ooh, check out this thing that wasn't recorded. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of exciting for him.
I think that makes sense.
He gets to hyperfixate on all the little silly, stupid things that nobody cares about.
Lots to learn here. Lots to discover. Cool. With that being said, you guys have traveled for... You guys have done a total of 4 encounters on this adventuring day of your total of 8 that you can do. So what would you guys like to do?
If this doesn't work this way, let me know. How the fuck do I use this?
What are you trying to use?
This, and I was gonna ask Wolfram to see, like, read up on the journal as we're walking to see if there's if there's any indication on like ways to navigate this easier. I don't know if it's a recall knowledge for him to read the book, but if it is, then Slate would be using this. Otherwise, I'm still encouraging.
Yeah, the folio gives me an item bonus, and yours gives me a status bonus, and it's all to recall knowledge about the subject.
Yeah,
Cool. So that stacks.
Yeah, I would.
The subject being the empty castle. So let's do that then.
Yeah,
cool.
Just any indication on how to navigate this place?
Yeah. What does it look like when Slate activates his tattoo? What the hell is that like?
Yeah, I mean it's unlike most of his magic, which because of his deity is more like orange and fire, or like white because of it being fire related. This one is like an actual green sort of glow to it, as it's more the nature based side of how his magic works. So it's just the shoulder tattoo glows with this green light. The first time I've used this since getting it on the first layer.
Does his like clothes, does his tunic or whatever like not cover his shoulder and it like reveals the tattoo, or does he have to like I don't know, does it like glow underneath his clothes kind of thing?
Yeah, you can see the lilac glow through the shirt.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, let me make that check. As memories, maybe not memories, but ideas and connections between the, what Wolfram thinks and what the folio, what the scholarly journal's notes were. Start to flood his mind. I have a button for that.
While they figure out the journal, could I try to figure out what the items we got were in our stash?
Ooh, yeah. You do have dubious knowledge. It didn't pop up on the thing for some reason.
No.
It might be because there wasn't a target for it.
I do have dubious knowledge.
It might be because there wasn't a target for the recall knowledge.
Maybe.
Nothing on the screen. I don't know.
Mine did say Wolfram tries to whatever.
Either way. What is the question that you're asking as you're sort of thinking? You're looking for... Slate was mentioning like trying to find how to navigate this place. Maybe if there's some sort of pattern.
Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking. Like, like what's the layout, and if it changes, like how can we navigate it?
Okay. You already know that there are these sort of long, sprawling paths with they'll like haphazardly intersect with one another, leaving like, some hallways not lining up perfectly, or one will go through another one like half a floor up. So you have to like crawl under like a separate hallway that's above you. As I've described it before, kind of like bad Minecraft generation, like
That's
structure generation.
Exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah. But you notice that there's maybe less of a pattern to it, as more of you think there might be some kind of heart to it, like somewhere it's all coming from, and so possibly going more towards the center of where this is, it might be more open or easier to traverse, and able to go a little bit quicker, rather than, super long hallways having a bunch of interconnected ones, making it easier to go the way you want to instead of having to follow the path.
Right.
With that, as you guys are walking, let's roll on the table. Let's see what happens next.
I think Juno was talking about identifying these alchemical consumables.
True. Let's do that as you're walking. You get a couple attempts.
I thought they were magical.
Oh, are they magical?
Last-
Oh.
I think we
I know if they're
discovered them.
alchemical, you need the toolkit and then a crafting
Yeah,
check. But
you
if they're
guys-
magical, you can have any of the 4.
You guys did discover last time that they were magical thanks to Slate's detect magic. So,
Mhm.
Oh.
That's a cool feature.
yeah. Is this on the liquid or the object?
On the object.
The object? That's the case. Then you do successfully identify it.
Hooray! Oh,
Wood rotted root. I will post this to the chat.
spells.
Consumable catalyst? Whoa.
Does that mean we need to know the spell Oaken Resilience before we can use this, or is this casting that spell?
Yes, it is something that you would have to. You add this to that spell. And
Okay.
it adds something extra to it. Give me another crafting check for the other one.
Okay.
Oaken Resilience is not something I can learn, so that's kind of up to you, Wolfram, if you want to learn it.
What?
It's Arcane and Primal.
Arcane and Primal? I definitely don't have those.
Okay.
So.
I figured you didn't, so.
Yep, I'm a cult.
If we either could sell it or we could put it on the sell transfer list sheet to give it to the other group if they would want it.
Would want.
I get it.
Give me one more crafting check. That one did not
Hey.
succeed.
In the meantime, I was gonna do this because it takes 10 minutes for an identify, so I figured while Juno's doing the first one, I'll do that.
Oh, I
And
see what you're
then
saying.
we do Juno's.
In which case,
Cooperation.
you do manage to identify this, most certainly, as a
Oh.
potion of electricity retaliation.
Ooh.
Lucille!
Listen to the chat as well.
Oh,
Contact damage. Interesting.
that's really nice.
This is the old, shake someone's hand, but you got the
The buzzer.
buzzer in your hand trick.
Yeah, it's like
That's every
those, but they're
time.
all over
Yeah.
your body.
When you make yourself the buzzer.
Just when you have a bunch of static electricity,
Yeah, it's just the electric BJ.
Huh? The what? Anyways. Cool.
Lucille, do you want that?
I suppose.
I feel like you're most often in the fray.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
Also, Miss, how are you ruling the notes put in the Fates die? Is that stuff that is that like things essentially like people have been writing down what they've seen so we can reference this as knowledge our character has, or no?
Yeah, if it's in the book.
Okay. Because guys, I've noticed that bluebirds have shown up 4 times now in this campaign under the
Bluebird?
same role of the Fates die.
The what?
Like the Kentucky
Bluebirds have shown up twice with Heart and twice with us
Huh.
For what?
for lore. or what we speculate to be lore, a 6 on the
Oh.
Fates die.
wonder if-
There was the Slurk painting that we found. There was a destroyed painting that the other group found, and a flock of blue jays also appeared when they were walking through. I'm like, that feels significant that it's a blue jay every time.
I wonder if there's any
This-
significance of the blue jay.
Yeah, that's like
Symbolically.
This
Yeah.
is just like the dead ends.
Mm.
Clues, please.
Clues, please.
It's not something we have to deal with now, but it's more of like,
I think it is interesting that Slate mentions that though. Like, that does make Wolfram think.
Out of character, I think like I will be disappointed if Derek doesn't just like use lore master lore to figure out, hey, what's in the Morticians? What's at the end?
What's in the Morticians?
What is a mortician, please?
yeah, because there's been a bluebird that was attacked and spiraled into the ocean. There was just regular, real bluebirds that they found flying, and then there was one that was a bluebird trying to escape a cage, while like noble people like.
Doesn't even sound like a word anymore.
Is Pharasma a bluebird symbology? What is this?
I don't know. Something.
There was. I remember from my session 0 there was something. Oh, spoilers. Something
Oh.
goofy with her. Out of character. Out of character. Out of character.
Keep that in line.
Lock
of
that shit
character?
down.
I mean, I do have in my notes from when we encountered the first thing. Yeah, the Pharasma is associated with the color blue and also spirals. So a bluebird spiraling into the ocean, we assume to be a metaphor for Pharasma.
Is she really
and
color
all.
blue? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Blue and white are the two Pharasma colors.
White, I definitely knew. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a bluebird spiraling into the ocean, and then another one of a bluebird trying to escape from a cage. It's like that feels
Well,
like
that screams. That's so. Okay, is that in the notes?
it's in the Mortician, the Fates die notes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What happened to Pharasma? Why is she gone? And what cage? Why is she caged? Where's she caged up at?
Hey, how about your characters ask that?
Nah.
It's true.
I did. I asked clues, please, and pushed the recall knowledge button. I did.
Oh, did you? I was setting up encounter. Hold
Oh,
on.
sorry. Clues, please.
It's all good. Give
This wasn't
me.
necessarily something we needed to deal with right now. I was just pointing it out for.
No, but
Okay.
it is things that Wolfram thinks about.
All right.
Keeps me up at night.
I like
Let's
to
see.
imagine Wolfram is a heavy
And
sleeper, though.
16.
Nothing keeps him up at night.
Oh, and let me drag the rest of your merry band over as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we have 7 people in the party.
Woo!
What are these people's names again?
Sky and Scarve.
Hmm.
What was? You said clues, please. What is the question you're wondering?
Oh, the significance of the Blue Jays. And yeah. That was pretty much it. Like my thinking is like that's probably Pharasma. But I don't know what that means, Pharasma being the Blue Jay being locked in a cage and everything.
You would know that from this, bluebirds symbolize hope, love, positivity, and renewal. They represent a connection between the living and those who have passed away. Harming a bluebird is bad luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Concerning that the DM had that.
Well, I think that Mrs. read that to us when we had the slurk thing. I think I did the same check. I just forgot.
I mean, I have a
That
lot of
sounds
this kind of
familiar.
stuff on deck for when stuff like this happens. So I'm prepared sometimes. Speaking of prepared, boop. You guys spend a while discussing the stuff in the journal. Scarve and Sky stay relatively quiet behind you. However, Juno, you definitely notice Scarve keenly listening in on the conversation as you all walk. Sky less so, more worried and looking around, making sure that more than likely she is safe. As you guys walk, turning in yet another corner into yet another hall, you guys actually see a light at the end of the tunnel. It's still several hundred feet away, but it's something. It's more than something more natural than you've seen in the last several hours of being in here. Along with that, you see next to you a couple staircases, the one closest to you going up, and the one farther away from you going down.
Finally, light at the end of the tunnel. I want to stay another second in here.
Yeah, I also want to, see the sun at some point again.
Kind of curious what these stairs are for.
I am also curious about the
I'm also
stairs.
curious, but I don't think we should. All right, well, from is.
I'm not going up there.
I mean, honestly, I'd be going down the down one. Let's be real.
Uh,
I'm gonna take a look down the stairs. What do I see when I look down?
Well, I'll stay and watch.
you've
Nothing
you've seen and been down, several of these sort of staircases before. These have been your primary way of at least knowing that you're descending at the very least, and getting deeper and deeper into the hollow. There isn't anything particular about this staircase. Farther down, you see it connect to yet another hallway into more torches lining the walls. You see a door farther, at the other end of the hall that connects at the bottom, but nothing
The
special.
atypical.
Yeah.
Do all of these hallways have this red kind of carpet, or are we happening to follow the one red carpet? Kind of. I know you mentioned the beating heart. I was wondering if following like a red carpet would lead us to it. As silly as it sounds,
Kind of all of the halls have had the same sort of slightly dulled but dark or like, slightly dulled bright red carpet. As you are contemplating this and looking down this hallway,
Probably nice. Uh-oh.
that you do happen to see something peculiar, though. Something you haven't seen in other parts of the castle, or at least you haven't noticed them up until now. There are these little pockets of what look to be possibly gemstones just barely peeking out of the walls, and you can see them. You see them first directly in front of you here, and then turning around to get a better view, Wolfram, and seeing if there's other signs. You see that there's another here.
And it's like what, like a pocket of gemstones, like on the wall?
Yeah, like just sort of barely peeking out. You see like a small reddish, pinkish, like gem, like the corner of one. Something that would take a pretty keen eye to actually pick up on.
Check this out, guys.
Is it like bad game clipping?
Maybe a little bit, honestly. It's just like
Yeah.
The
I'm
entire
just trying to
castle is
visualize.
bad game design.
it's bad game design.
Yeah, like the levels like aren't connecting to their hallways and stuff. Like the castle's
All right, I'll get back to the drawing board, guys. My bad.
You literally said bad Minecraft generation.
Yeah, that's generation. That's not game design. Anywho's it's yeah. So that is what you see. What would you like to do?
Do you think it's magical?
Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna detect magic pulse and hit both of them from where I'm at.
You don't sense any magic.
All right. Can I use? I'm gonna try and use my mage hand. Sorry, telekinetic hand to like pull it out of the wall.
It seems to be pretty ingrained into the wall. With some force, you'd probably be able to get it out. But
Sounds like a
Seal,
job
you
for
wanna
the
take a
seal.
Yeah, you want to take a swing at that?
Rose, you're muted. If you're here.
Thank you. I'm not taking anything out of the walls. I'd rather not hold any grudges against living castles of sorts. Or them to me. I meant.
I mean, last time we took out the light crystal in the wall and
Yeah.
opened up something.
Maybe we're supposed to take the crystal out of the wall.
Well, you could have you were able to take that out with your hand. You want me to pry it open like a crowbar?
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to try.
If you're strong enough.
Oh.
What do you think,
Slate?
I happen to agree that if it seems ingrained into the wall, it's probably not something we are supposed to take, unlike the crystal we found last time. I do not think we should bother with it.
But it's not magical. I mean, it could just be treasure. I mean, who would even notice? Look how like ingrained in the wall it is. No one would notice that anyway. No one that's not as perceptive as I, that is.
Juno like slings her arm around Wolfram's like, see, the kid's right.
You see Scarv like taking one of his hands and like scratching away at the stone that's around some of the gems that are over here too, and he's like, "Yeah, these kind of seem like the real deal. I mean, certainly wouldn't mind getting my hand on some of these."
Think about how many, like, how much we could sell them for.
Mm-hmm.
All the tools. I mean, we gotta pay for more of I don't remember what we have that was expensive, but I'm sure there was something.
We have not traded with Lilith in quite some time. We haven't really found the need to do so. We are not like dying to like need money down here currently.
Well, I mean, you never know. We might encounter. What was our friend? Juno. You remember her, of course. The merchant friend.
Oh, you tell?
Oh, you remember her. Oh yeah.
Juno lights up.
Then we'll use our stash of 66 gold we have in the lockbox to buy things from her, rather
Could be
than
66, but we could have 666.
possible. But again, I don't see the point in trying to pry it out.
For fun. I mean,
Why not? Yeah.
we've been stuck here for hours. It's something
Exactly,
new.
and we would like to get out of
How
here.
far away is the alleged exit again?
It's still a few hundred feet. Like it is certainly off the edge of the map here, but
Well, I'm just thinking these halls are kind of crazy. Like, what if they're like forming so irregularly, almost like bad game design, and like maybe
What the hell's
these
a
halls
game?
will, like chess. We played
Somehow
all the time
that
at
was
the
even more
university.
out of pocket.
Never played that in my life.
Well, it's you wouldn't like it. It's for the
Go on.
Why wouldn't you know like that, Wolfram?
Crazy quick time event you have to pass right now.
Everybody knows that
Master
chess
Bayonet.
is the best game for the common people.
Mm.
Juno is the second smartest in the party, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of that.
You may be smart, but her lifestyle doesn't reflect her intelligence.
Does not.
No, I'm just informed that Juno does have a +3 to intelligence. She's pretty smart.
She can pick up things, but she doesn't have that educational background.
Well, she's got the strength to pick them up, so maybe why don't you pick this gem out of the wall for us?
You know what? I mean, if no one's gonna do it.
Yeah, if
You're trained.
Juno,
It's
once
better than my
you're-
plus
If you're
one.
gonna do it anyway, fine. I might as well help.
Oh.
Still, don't encourage them.
I'm
You're
not encouraging them.
Can I
I
like
just-
stab my gun with the bayonet in the wall?
Ooh.
Try it out.
Hey, can I aid this check before she does it?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Can I aid with crafting? And the purpose is I'll be like, hey, try from that angle right there.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I roll? What do I roll?
Damn.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, add that to my average roll as sucker.
Is this
No more
athletic?
question mark
28.
dice.
That would be a critical for aid. So
+2.
+2 to whatever you roll. Yeah, do athletics. Or you could technically do a strike if you wanted to. But I would argue that this is more athletics as you're trying to sort of dig it out.
Yeah, I do have a +10.
Maybe this today. Yo, we're goated!
Clear off the wall.
Wolfram walks up and slings his arm around Juno.
High five.
You
Yeah, Lucille, I bet you were as cool as this girl.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to stick your bayonet into the wall, and with some guidance from Wolfram, you manage to wedge your bayonet in a way that like perfectly gets behind that gem that you're looking at, and with a sort of crunch and a pop, that gem pops out.
Catch it, catch it, catch it!
In the castle wall.
Okay, do I catch it?
Yes,
Good,
you
good
do.
reflexes, what can I say?
And you manage to catch yourself a small ruby. Lucille, did you say you were also
Yeah, I was
things?
gonna help Scarv.
Cool? Are you just aiding then?
I could, if Scarv wants to do it himself.
Juno, check this out.
Yeah, sure then. Scarv is sort of eyeing the wall and hears you walk over. It's like, all right, that big old grease arm of yours, hit it right here. And I'll actually have him roll the aid, and then you can roll the athletics.
Okay.
Holy shit, Wolfram, we're rich.
We're rich!
So +1 to your roll.
Okay.
Alira
Oh,
is
I'm
rolling in her grave right now. Wait, she's not dead.
Yeah,
Rolling in the vaults
what
right
the
now.
hell?
Damn.
Your swing looses 2 pieces of rosy crystal, and picking up the 2 pieces, Scarv tosses one to you, Lucille, as you get a piece of rosy quartz. And he just goes, fine cut. I think this
Right.
will sell pretty well when we get up.
So, in a ratio from quartzy, milky, rosy, and smoky, like what proportions are we looking at here?
It does say all of them. It is certainly more rosy than anything, maybe a little bit smoky. As the party is, sort of looking over their newly found gems, you notice in fact, Slate, as the one, standing back while everybody is looking at and sort of talking about their gems, you notice a slight tremor in the walls as though they are moving.
Whatever you guys have just done has
Oh,
apparently
great.
angered the walls.
Hey, does my folio say anything about this?
Oh.
spilling out of the wall in front of you. Wolfram and Juno first make a reflex save.
Hey, can I take the one I rolled?
This is public.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is public.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
You didn't need that one you rolled anyway.
I didn't need the one I rolled.
Damn. I'm +11 on that. That sucks.
That does unfortunately suck, as out of the wall spills many of these little stones that seem to have themselves wedged like in and around where those gems were. And you notice as they come out that they all have these little mouths and start biting at you. As you take Juno, you take full, Wolfram, you take half. Lucille and Scarv as well. Give me a reflex save.
Is it a damaging effect?
It would be a damaging effect.
Okay.
Yo, bulwark.
Med roll.
Alrighty, you will take full damage from this. Take 7. Let me get.
He's aight.
Scarv nimbly hops out of the way as these things start pouring in, and Sky pipes up and points behind the group. There's more of them behind as well. And we can now roll for initiative.
Okay, so the DC is somewhere between 17 and 21. To know.
Starting with the one that is on top of Wolfram and Juno.
Did we not heal Sky?
No, we did heal Sky to full. That's why I don't know why she's listed as that injured.
Smiles.
Yeah. We healed Sky a good amount, but Sky has more health than what I healed her.
Oh my gosh. This is why I tell my students self-advocacy is important. She didn't say anything.
He picked up a very big longsword confidently, but she looked fully healed.
I think Sky is like drained like 12 or something, probably.
Probably. She does have the status on her still.
First things first is going to be an athletics check against y'all. This is an athletics check against your fortitude DC, so it would be your fortitude plus 10.
Nice.
Success for probably both of us.
As the swarm grabs at your body, they pull you down to the ground and you both go prone.
Oh my god, they tripped you? That's crazy.
It is then going to use its last action to make you do a reflex save, as you are now floundering on the ground around them. Both of you take half.
Dear Lord.
Moving on. Slate, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess. Tried and true older stuff. Divine Lance at the swarm hitting Juno and Wolfram. 26.
Oh my god, tried and true indeed. In fact, that is a critical hit.
Yippee!
Let's double that.
18 damage, nice.
Seeing these things start to surround Wolfram and Juno, your Divine Lance strikes true and blows away a large portion of this group.
Oh, near death. Oh. Having blasted away a large portion, I'm just gonna yell at you like, I've made hopefully an opening for you. Make it count, and I will give guidance to,
I'm gonna try to toss Wolfram out of there.
Nah,
I mean, it's
good.
a +1 to whatever you want to do on this turn, so or not whatever, but attack roll, skill, saving throw, so something here will probably be helpful.
I don't want to do.
You take a
I'll get up.
-2 to attacks until you get up, yeah.
I mean, I am right here. Oh.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god, dude. Y'all's rolls right now. That is a critical hit.
Wow.
I am right in front of it, so I really hope it's
Oh my god.
Driving your bayonet downwards, you skewer the last couple little guys in the swarm, killing them.
Thanks, Slate.
We don't know if the +1 mattered, but
Alright, get up, stab. One more action. What do you like to do?
I will hunt this one.
Cool. Hunting a different one. It is now one of theirs' turn. In fact, it's the one you just marked. The swarm takes 2 strides and then begins to ram themselves to just start throwing themselves at Sky, who has to make a reflex save. And fails. Eels. Taking 4 damage.
Ouch.
And that is all of their turns. It is now Sky's turn. Have her take a step back. Take a swing. Not 20.
Wow.
Smiles.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
wait.
go.
Guys, note that down. She has a +7 to hit.
Oh,
Okay, so assuming that she's trained and has a +1 in their stat, then she's probably level.
The mathematicians are doing the math right now.
I mean, I also have a +7 to hit, so
She's
she
probably
would be
level,
level 3 with +1. Holy shit!
Okay.
Huh?
Uh,
Hey, drained, by the way, drained.
And, yeah,
What?
Who the hell is this?
swinging her swinging her longsword downward, the swarm erupts outwards and is
God, you're right. This is so Kyrie.
yeah, this
And
is
low-coded.
Kyrie's character.
And low.
well, that's handled here. It's Scarf's
Whoa.
turn.
Was it all just the we didn't see anything come off of the sword, that right? It just was the sword that hit that.
Yep.
Cool. Like,
Dear
love that.
Lord. Fucking awesome.
I see when your level's reduced, your striking runes are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scarf does this.
That makes sense.
And you know what? From the other side of the room, he calls out to Lucille and goes, "You've got this, don't you?" In an attempt to aid you. Well, almost a
Yeah, whatever.
I like that him saying "you got this" was lying.
Deception.
It was. Yeah, you got this.
The deceiver.
that was actually me clicking the wrong one.
Oh,
I was
okay.
supposed to click diplomacy.
That's fine. I think it's funnier to believe that he did not believe in Lucille.
With that, speaking of Lucille, whoa. Athletics be upon ye.
Oh my god.
Ooh, just barely.
Alrighty, knocking you prone. It is then going to start nibbling at you. Give me a reflex save. Ooh. Alright, take half.
Hey.
Wolfram.
Hey, I wanted to recall knowledge, but I think I'll just get up and no, fire sounds good. I like fire. Oh, but there's splash damage. Fine. Let's cast this guy. Needle darts. So Wolfram stands up and then using an ingot of metal forms a bunch of darts and throws them out.
Give me that
See.
attack roll.
How we do?
That is a hit.
What's the damage? Full damage. 44. Oh, heightened. Holy goat.
Yeah.
Heightened.
You notice that some of your needles, as they go into this swarm, are bouncing off, but a portion of that damage still goes through.
And that's 3 actions.
Lucille, it's your turn.
All right, stand up, and then I'm gonna strike back at it too.
Holy shit, guys!
We crit every one of them. Let's go.
Roll critical.
Holy crap.
Age. That's not crit.
Hey, chat.
Hey, chat. Hey, 28 damage. We know that kills it.
Yeah. Cleaning
That's my
up.
max roll.
the swarms of stones of the hall goes quiet, at least for the most part. They came from the wall down there, and she points back over.
I did not see that. Okay.
Well,
You swung that sword way stronger than I thought you would.
I'm glad I still have at least a little muscle to me. I can.
A little muscle. I mean, look at your arms. Look at what you did.
Looking at the scattered pile of the swarm, she gives a little bit of a smile at Wolfram's compliment. It's like, this isn't much. I suppose swinging a sword is just about all I remember how to do.
I mean, jeez, did you see that, Juno?
That was-
That
That was so sick.
A gentle smile. Thank you.
Sure, more memories will come in time. Anyway, we're done looting the living castle now, are we?
I suppose so. Did the bodies have anything?
No, in fact, on top of that, the rest of the gems that were in the walls seem to have been ground down to dust as the swarms came out.
Damn.
Also, Wolfram, do you want to roll a recall knowledge check so I can stop calling them the swarm?
I do so bad, thank you. I was about to ask that. Hey, clues, please. Okay, what is that from? Why are we saying clues, please?
You said it. You're the
started
one
in
who came up with the bit.
It was in Lacrimosa that you started it with Wolfram just going just wandering around.
Is it really? Is it Lacrimosa? Is it
Yeah,
from
like
Little
when
Willy?
Willy would just oops, I discovered something.
No, that was.
Well, I'm saying
That
that's
was-
what you referenced that, and then you were like, I'm gonna do clues, please, for this one, because it's the same ability but intelligent now.
Anywho's, it's you. This ability's stupid. I just want you to know that. You recognize these things individually as cobble mites, resembling squarish stones with mouths that look like split geodes. Alone, they're fairly harmless, but they tend to gather around precious materials and gems, settling in and sort of using them as their nests. This is a cobble swarm, is the full name of the monster.
It is.
Okay, so what was the lie? So what you're saying is that there's gems inside of them?
Their mouths look like geodes.
I think you keep it
It's
at
okay.
that.
I could
It's like
keep
the
it that way.
gibbering mouther, but the geoding mouther.
That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've updated 8 in the Mortician's journal to be monetary, because it's been bandits, the dragonfly that was watching the coin and the strange rock, and now these things that also have a monetary value to what we picked up.
I thought we rolled a 4.
We rolled
It
an
was an
8.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I make sure to put a little empty spot every time Miss rolls that, so I can know where to edit on the fates die.
Smart.
Cool. Do you guys do anything else while you're here, or do you continue onward?
I think we continue on.
I think we should heal. Take a breather. Definitely heal Sky.
Mm-hmm.
You okay, Sky? You don't look too. I mean, you're plenty strong, but those cobble mite swarms, the geoding mouthers, kind of did a number on you, didn't they?
They only got a bit of a bite on me. It wasn't too bad. I'm simply tired.
Is there something I can roll to determine what is causing her to feel that? Like, she looks healthy but feels bad. Is there any other signs I could look for?
Yeah, you can give me a recall knowledge of medicine.
Could I also do that? And my specific question is, have I seen that before as well, just like in or near Absalom.
Like the type of sickness?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Both of
Yeah,
y'all
it's
roll
been
me
a-
some. What's up?
It's been a common, not side effect, a side effect
Hmm?
that like we've been seeing. I feel like we've heard the tiredness a lot, especially as we kept going deeper.
Yeah, like I did spend my entire first week talking to people who came out of the Hollow, so I also
Mhm.
don't know if this like. I assume Miss would have said like if it seemed like something we had recognized from that, but
Lucille, you do think this resembles a sort of plague or an illness that you've seen in Absalom before, specifically a kind of rot, is what you're thinking as you sort of, eye her and think of the system, the symptoms. Slate, however, you know that you've seen this before in here in the Hollow, as she has similar symptoms to what Scarv had when he was up in the ruins before leading you guys down here. On top of that, the people that you sort of ask questions to up in the town also showed these same symptoms. You believe that this is the Martyr's Curse.
you may not know from what you said previously, Sky, but do you know if you've been lower in the Hollow than here?
I'm not sure.
It seems that what is affecting your body is very reminiscent of things I was treating up on the surface of the Hollow when people would return from delving into here. So it may be possible that you had gone lower but cannot remember. If that is the case, hopefully getting you lower down would make it so the symptoms resolve until we can find a permanent solution to Martyr's Rot.
If that's what helps, then suppose I will stick around or simply go down myself. Thank you.
Of course.
Are either of you actually going to try to heal her?
Sure. She gets 20 health. Assurance medicine.
Oh,
Never mind.
so true.
While you do that, I'm gonna take your breather.
In which case, y'all continue onward.
One day we'll get an actual map again.
Well, as you guys walk, seeing an exit ahead of you, an exit into what looks to be open air as you get closer, you notice that the halls give way to rubble and then to the entrance of a cave. Just a little bit of cave, as most of the stuff around you is either rubble or brick. And out in front of you, for the first time, your party gets to see for yourself the overworld map for the second layer.
Yeah, all we've had has been the drawing that they submitted so long ago.
Home sweet home.
Now, officially, under the cloud barrier, as you can see, you look out over this expanse. This map is not 100% representative on distance because it is hard to do. It's hard to unravel a cylinder onto a 2D map. So, there's some give and take here. But you can see in this giant sort of chasm that some of the walls are mostly smooth, with occasional ledges that can be seen from afar, along with large holes and stuff. Obviously, it's harder for you guys to see as much of the stuff that's like directly below you, but you get a pretty good look at farther down, you can see this depiction of a dragon on one of the walls that is large enough that you can simply, make it out by looking, along with the various, edges and cliff faces that are around. Deep down below, you see a dark shade of greens with hints of like brown and other sort of muddy colors well below you. The air is crisp, early morning spring air, and above you, you can see the cloud barrier, which has a slight tint of gray to it. It is at this point, Slate, that I'm going to need you to make me a fortitude save.
Okay, I know what it is against because I do get some benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it a poison or disease that I get the +2 from the drink? Or
It is a disease.
Okay, cool. 16.
The tendrils, the sort of darkened veins that you've, for the most part, you haven't felt them get worse as you exit this cave and finally let yourself, take a breath of fresh nature air. You start to collect yourself and get a better feel for your body. And you realize that you aren't feeling great.
Okay.
So you have come down with something. You are enfeebled and sickened 1.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Did you not treat your own disease earlier?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
There was other stuff that was higher priority.
Mhm.
There was literally anyone else that looked injured got priority over me.
And looking down where, the part of your leg that has this on it, you see those sort of darkened veins stretching up your leg.
Hey, Slate, that doesn't look too good.
I'm sure I can look at it once we decide to take a rest.
No better place to take a rest than here.
Maybe we decide right now. Yeah.
If that is what the group wants to. As we can see, it is still morning, so we do have some more hour. We have some hours of daylight if we'd like to travel outside of that.
It's morning. How long were we in that place?
3 days.
Huh?
Really?
I mean,
Yes, we entered on the 13th and exited on the 16th.
Okay, yeah, but Slate would not know
yeah,
that.
Slate
No
would
way.
Slate would not know that.
Well, I know how many, like with what we saw on the outside. Yeah, yeah.
It would be hard to know how many
There-
days have passed.
In the
There's
Mortician's journal, there is a thing dated Fras 16th, and that wasn't there previously. So we know it is Fras 16th.
Oh, okay. Let
That's
him
what I'm
cook.
saying. I
Let
know,
him cook.
like, there was Fras 13th is when we got the message about the people invading, and then from Lilith, and now there's a new thing sent out about it being the 16th. So
3
we were in there for
days?
3 days.
It did not feel like 3 days.
It did not feel like that. It felt like it felt like only 4
I
encounters.
don't know. It
but-
felt like 3 weeks to me.
yeah.
Felt like 5 minutes though, didn't it? Now in the open air, I will say, as far as options go, there are more, like, obviously back from slightly where you came, like, slightly more into the halls. Blech. There are more ways down, so you can do that. You can take some time to explore up here if you would like to. There are places to go. Smiles.
Well, I think the best thing to do is set up camp and get ready to treat his disease, because that's going to take a good amount of time.
Oh.
I actually do agree.
Another thing to mention is that Sky has not left the hall. Sky is standing like still in the hall, like before it becomes rubble and stuff, and is just sort of looking wide-eyed out of it.
Sky, is everything all right?
I can't go out there.
Why is that?
What do you mean you can't?
I can't. And she sort of takes a step back.
Like something is preventing you from leaving, or?
I think so. She puts one of her hands on her head and just says, "Can't."
That's strange.
If you guys are making camp here, that's fine. I can be here. And she sort of leans up against the wall. But I can't go out there.
Would you be able to if it was dark out?
I'm not sure.
Well, I guess we can just make camp here, and I need to get busy either treating or aiding treating Slate's disease.
Aiding me won't help.
What do you mean?
I have assurance medicine, so I will roll a 21 on my medicine check to treat myself.
You think that's gonna be enough?
Hopefully. I mean, I'm going to attempt that, and if the DM says I don't get better, then I know in future things.
Okay.
It's a long time to sit for.
Yeah.
It's 8 hours to try one
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Hey, you're free to explore around.
So as far as you guys are taking, a pretty large amount of time here, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So are you guys taking in like an actual full rest? Because full rest would also be separate from treat disease. Yeah, treat disease would take 8 hours, and a full rest would also take 8 hours.
Mhm.
But you can't do both of them at the same time.
While Slate treats his disease, we technically have a good amount of downtime to do whatever.
Yeah, if there's other downtime activities you can think of that you'd want to be doing.
I'll just look around to see where we should go in what direction next.
Is the
Okay.
treat disease part of the half downtime or no? Or just for like multiple day stuff for like retraining?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that would be part of it. So it'd be 4 hours instead.
Okay. Oh my god, there's a scout location downtime activity.
Cool. Are you doing that before everybody
Well-
rests or after?
To be fair, we've had 4 encounters today,
Mhm.
so this would fill up the slot of the next 4 encounters, and then we could rest. And we wouldn't be,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, like we
Tech-
wouldn't be like overexerting ourselves for
No,
staying up
no,
4
no.
hours here.
yeah, I'm
So-
just wondering if you're doing it first or if
They
you're doing it
seemed-
after.
They all seemed concerned, so I guess Slate will do it.
What do you
Okay.
mean we all seem concerned?
So
You should be concerned about yourself.
Dude, how did you?
You haven't heard
You
Slate's
want to lose a
backstory.
leg?
He's concerned about himself.
So you are treating disease.
Yes.
Cool. Sounded
Yes.
like during that time, Juna, you wanted to do some searching around, probably some scouting around the vicinity. Cool. Give me a perception check as you search. You know what? Actually, on second thought, I'll just do this for you.
Oh.
Cool.
Mm.
Having a lot of time here to look around and carefully observe your surroundings, you can see two very important things. First of all, you don't notice any cliff sides on like either side of here that would lead you down on the outside down to other areas. So this is sort of an island in and of itself. If you wanted to go farther, you would either have to jump, which isn't recommended, or have to go back into the castle. The other thing you do notice, though, is that there is this sort of like looking off one of the cliffs, you can see downwards under you, and you see that there's these entrances with like the bricks and stuff. They look very similar to the one that you're around, and what you're assuming is that all of those, anything that has these sort of bricks about it, is sort of where the castle is, or where the halls are, and other places you assume are untouched by the castle itself. That is the information I'll give you off of that.
Does that mean we know that they're all the Team Hearts inside the castle?
I mean, you wouldn't super know actually where they are right now.
Okay.
If it wasn't a pain in the ass to hide their token every sort of time, I would be.
It was fun watching their versions and just seeing our token at that cave for 3 sessions in a row.
Like just above it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, well,
I was so close to getting to reveal the all of you guys. Cool. So you're doing that. Wolfram and Lucille, what are y'all up to?
I'm gonna spend the 4 hours into retraining my society into diplomacy by failing very often at small talk.
Whoa.
So you're putting 4 hours towards retraining? Question mark?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you said we can like do partial times, right?
Yeah, just keep track of them. Yeah, that's super fun. Who are you small talking with?
I'm going to imagine it is going to be a mixture between Wolfram treating himself, Sky, and Scarve. Oh, sorry, Slate.
The S
It'd
people.
be like, so nice sun out today. It's like there's a cloud barrier. There is no sun. Oh yeah.
I love that.
Cool. Wolfram, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go full nerd. I'm gonna lay out my bedroll like on the inside the mouth of this opening, where it's nice and covered, and set my Everlight crystal just so, and then I'm gonna open up the scholarly journal and study.
More studying. All right.
I want to know about the empty castle.
Give me a recall knowledge check.
So give me 8 hours of studying, please.
4.
4 hours of studying, please.
Okay. Do you have a particular question in mind?
No. Yeah. How... Suppose I was going to plot a path to one of these other openings. Like, maybe go to there, or maybe go to there. What would be the...
Are you
Clues, please!
Are you actually looking to go to one of the other holes? Like, are you trying to
that's what I'm
plot a
thinking.
course right now? Okay.
Yeah, like, if we were going to go back in, was there a kind of like a path we could take that would take us to one of these other holes? So probably this one, but maybe down. Down is quicker. Gotta catch up.
Yo, the collab.
It's true. You guys are getting awfully close to each other.
Hey, heart, slow
I
down
mean,
and we
this
might
did
get
say
ya.
we have to destroy the heart of the castle.
Oh,
I think it's Team Heart. It's gonna be Team Heart.
I mean, if we're looking at the heart, notice how there's a lot of like castle areas over here, but not much. Let me go.
Let me
But
go.
not over on the
This big.
sides. So maybe like in
Can you-
here is the heart.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's kind of like an armless man.
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I,
Two
I-
intelligence, high int characters both went, huh?
it's like this, you know.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So you mean like a headless man?
I mean, also no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, constellation.
No, honestly, I see it. I see
Does it make a bluebird?
Oh, on this. Sorry, Juno. Looking back at my notes, I was technically wrong about part of
Oh.
your nat 20. There is a path. There is a single path that you could see. Unfortunately, it is one that goes up, which is not particularly helpful to your group. But hey, you know, if it's something you wanted to do, if you really don't want to go back in the castle.
Yeah, that is not brick over there.
For you, Wolfram, putting your skills to the test here, you think that rather than cave systems, which are more likely to have sort of like more direct lines from one cave to another of how they connect, you think you could get pretty much anywhere between anywhere that's like connected with halls. Like it's a lot easier TM to move around, or at least more free form because of how they all sort of connect. So you don't think it would be too much trouble for you to sort of plot that path straight that way. And technically you theorize that if you wanted to, you could go like straight down if you really wanted to. As you're studying, Wolfram, Sky is sitting somewhat nearby, and Lucille occasionally comes over to try and start small talk. But possibly, you know.
Can you not move your legs forward? Like,
Damn.
sorry.
It's okay to ignore her, Sky. That's what I do.
Oh,
I wish I could ignore you.
oh, now.
Please don't fight. I am glad to have you all here. Things have, at the very least, been a little bit clearer while I've been with you. The fact that I can even remember back to when you first found me is a miracle in and of itself. I feel like I haven't been right of mind in a while.
You don't remember anything before then?
She shakes her head. She's sort of sitting against the wall right now, like her knees, like her arms sort of wrapped around her knees. She isn't like curled up or anything, but she is contained. Not a single thing. Well, I guess one thing, and she sort of nudges the sword that's next to her.
You said you were searching for something when we first met, right?
Yes. It's less of a memory and I suppose more of a feeling that I have to find something.
What is it?
Any idea what it could be or where it would be?
Well, with what you've said before, if this is the curse or the sickness from the hollow, more than likely be down.
It's like Lucille cracks a small smile. It's like, well, that is the way we're going to.
Yeah, don't even worry about not being able to go outside. We're not able to either. We'll be going right back in.
That's
We can go outside,
Huh?
though.
Okay, jump.
That's a
Sky has
bit
a
of a
look
leap
of
of
like
logic there.
Sky has a look of surprise on her face. What did you just say?
Lucille is not phased, by the way, at all. It's like, whatever.
Well, it's both fortunate and unfortunate at the same time, then, I suppose. You all having to come back in here.
Well, it does mean we get to travel with you a little longer. Perhaps on, on our next leg of the journey, you can learn a little bit more about who you were or who you are now.
Much as I hate the castle, I don't fancy my chances of jumping down either.
See? He narrows his eyes.
Maybe if I land on that rock, though.
I think you can make it.
Never mind.
You are assurancing that, Slate?
Yes,
Okay.
I did check. It is. I was looking through the stats. Yeah, it's only 20, not 21, because I think in one of them gives me a -1 to everything.
Mm.
Second. Oh, -1 to all.
Hey, why don't
all
you just
checks.
puke, bud?
Well, it did say status penalty to checks, so I didn't applies to me not rolling a check.
Mm.
Hey, Slate, you don't look so good. Why don't you, go puke over the edge or something, man?
The wording is you can forego rolling a skill check to get 10 plus proficiency bonus, and do not apply any other bonuses, penalties, or modifiers. So assurance, I don't think is affected by second, which would make it 21. I don't know if that's going to matter at all, but
well, the good news is with either of those numbers, you do pass it. You do at least pass the DC for it, and the next time you have to save against it, so at the start of the next day, you will have a what is it, +2 to it? Question mark?
I don't. Is it unless the DC is 11, in which case I'll get a +4.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll be a +2. Whoa! Status effects be upon you. With that being said,
Do you think we could, purchase a thing?
Yeah, could I purchase a poultice to give the effect instead?
Using the Mortician's
Yeah,
bond?
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys are about to go into daily prep, so
Yeah.
let's do that now that you guys are done with the 4 hours of chillin'.
Oh, we're gonna go into our long rest?
Whoa. Too
Oh.
much time.
Sorry.
No,
that's
you're
D&D. We
you're
don't want
fine.
this.
I was clicking the wrong button and advancing the time by 5 hours instead of 1. So it was just on something on me. But yeah, daily prep. There is going to be something a little bit more to this daily prep. Smiles. As you guys take your 8 hours of rest, I am going to need to know first. You can do a little bit of shopping. I'll let you guys do that before we get into the actual full rest of things. Also, don't mark a rest yet.
Figured, because you only said an hour.
Mm.
So would a poultice of anti-plague cost more than a normal version of it? Or would it still be 3 gold regardless?
Let me see.
What's a poultice?
It's a topical cream version of it. It loses the ingested trait, so I can gain the benefits of an anti-plague without drinking an anti-plague. And I felt that it's fitting that Slate would probably know that, because that is his 4th level herbalism dedication ability when he gets that next level of knowing how to prepare them as poultice. I think it's poultice. I think it's how it's pronounced.
Poltai.
Poltai, yeah, I don't. But yeah,
Cream.
it gains the oil trait and loses the elixir trait.
Cream, thank you.
Yeah, when applying a poultice,
Thank you, the cream and ASMR.
I'm going to. I'll say, since it's a more specialized thing, how much is a normal anti-plague?
3 gold normally.
3 gold. All right, it'll be 4.
Okay,
Just slightly more.
That's
Hey, yo. There's an elixir of gender transformation.
Yeah.
Cool. So I will-
Finally.
If no one else has any suggestions, I could be biased from my Abomination Bolts experience, but Cat's Eye Elixir is always good. If you,
Just see in darkness.
it just reduces the
Mm.
flat check to hit hidden and concealed creatures. Hidden is 11,
Oh,
and
okay.
concealed is 5, and that
Ah, yeah.
reduces hidden to 5 and concealed to nothing.
Oh, you can always hit concealed. Ooh, that would be good because we have a lot of low light vision people.
Yeah,
If
I
you
also
need
have
it,
fairy
we
fire,
do
so don't be
have-
worried too much about like concealed creatures. Like I can just visible creatures that would normally be concealed with fairy fire. They can't be concealed. They could be hidden, like if they hide behind an object, but they can't like be concealed in fog.
Mm.
You know what? I think I should spend 100 gold on a cold iron ingot.
Why?
Yeah.
That way I can use it for my needle darts.
Oh. Yeah. Spend the ruby you just got.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you guys want to sell any of that
Hey,
stuff?
I would like to sell that.
I'll
please.
put mine in the stash. Can be
Gold,
done whatever.
please.
Oh, that's 125 gold if you're selling both of
Yeah, this character wouldn't keep it.
them. There is a lot of stuff. You could always look at wands. Wands are cool. Staff. Actually,
wands.
I don't think.
True, wands.
Actually, that's
I think the lowest level staff is. Is there a
staff
on.
would be cool. Well, I can make a
Staff is
staff.
like
Hey, maybe
100.
that's what I should do. Hold on.
That would be a really cool thing for Wolfram. Gets you effectively another spell slot and another cantrip.
Yeah, let's see. Level 3. Oh, wow. Yeah, let me see what we got. Air, earth, fire, and water. Fire is going to be it.
You could look at
Actually, it might be reasonable for Wolfram to take a staff to explore, using energy with those elements, so maybe.
I spend 35 gold for ooze ammunition.
ooh, couple ooze ammunition.
You know what? I'm gonna spend 5 silver to get a crowbar.
Waste of money, don't do it.
That's gonna really hurt the pocketbooks.
The one that contains a spell that can be cast once per day, so it's just a free spell slot, essentially.
Well, not free because you had to buy it, but yeah,
Right.
it's a spell slot. Mm-hmm.
That's actually really good. Hold on.
Yeah.
Probably buy it, just because of downtime.
Mm-hmm. And Slade, are you getting anything else?
Did someone in our party have soothe?
I have that, yeah. That's
I
the
think
only
that
healing
this-
spell that I can get.
Yeah. Adding this catalyst to soothe spell also causes the spell to reduce the target's frightened condition by 1. Is an option.
Yeah, I thought that was like a level 5 item though, wasn't it?
It's a level 3 item.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm all good.
Yeah.
Anything I could buy for Oswald?
Hmm.
Can he wear armor?
There's barding. I'm not sure if you already have barding for him. Let me
60
check the
gold, though.
sheet.
He only has the saddlebags.
Saddlebags. Yeah,
That is
there's
saddle.
light barding. Which would, because I don't think he has the strength for it right now.
Strength of primate.
Until next level, it would drop his speed a little bit, but it would give him extra AC. Something that you
Mm.
consider. It's 10 gold for it.
I'd buy it when he does have strength 3.
How much gold do we get in the stash?
163.
Hey, I'm gonna spend 60 of it.
Oh, what on?
I'm gonna buy a wand.
What flavor?
Magical.
What is
Hey,
the
I guess
spell
I'll
you are
look at-
getting?
I guess I'll look at your character sheet later.
Smile.
Assuming that is everything then.
Mhm,
I mean,
Cool. In that case, I need to watch a watch list as you guys, spend the first part of your downtime here putting stuff into the box, and a couple, like maybe like an hour later ish or something like that, you start to check in and see that you pull out some of your new toys and equip them to yourselves. Juno putting away her ooze ammo, Wolfram with a new wand at your hip. You then settle in for some good old rest. I need a watch order. Who popcorn in? What
Yeah, I'll go
order?
first.
Wolfram first. Okay.
I'll be last.
I will go
Oh.
second.
Alright, well, from Lucille, Slate, Juno then? Sounds like it.
Sure.
It's getting close to about noon. Hard for you to tell exactly, what midday is here, other than just off of vibes themselves. Wolfram, what are you doing during your watch?
Yeah, I'm studying, reading and listening.
Okay. Sort of putting out a quiet ear as you chill. Then, also, I guess important to ask, do you give, Scarv a watch? Are you just letting Scarv rest this whole time? Question.
Does he have a slot? Yeah, homie didn't get any of the gold, so he gets to rest.
Fair enough.
He did.
He did?
He did get a piece of quartz, just like Lucille did.
They can't sell it yet, so.
Well, sound like he's in on the... Don't matter.
I like that we were doing buying and trading with the surface and not letting him do it.
Sorry, you're not in the party, but you're on the council, but we don't grant you the...
It would definitely be something that he was watching, hawk eyes over at you guys while you were, putting things in and out of the box.
Yeah, if he wanted something, he could ask for it. He knows. Right?
He doesn't steal it.
Nothing too eventful happens during your watch. Wolfram, move on to Lucille. What does your watch look like?
Probably going to be just leaned against this rock, staring into the can, just resting, sitting. And then every couple of minutes or so, just go across then to the other rock.
Cool. Nothing in particular happens for you, Lucille.
Okay.
Goes off without a hitch. You head over towards Slate to wake him up for his watch. Slate,
Hi.
what does your watch look like?
More focused on making sure nothing has followed us out of the castle. Just so more focused on that direction, but still every 10 minutes or so of consistent watching there, kind of doing a quick survey of the area we're on, and then going back to focusing on in there.
Okay. More worried about stuff coming out
Yeah.
of the cave at you rather than stuff that could be on the cliffs. It is at this point, Slate, that you start to hear a slight drizzle. You hear some rain start to hit. Some small drops of rain start to hit the rocks and the grass outside the cave entrance.
Does the ground seem fine from the rain hitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Juno and Oswald, out of curiosity, roll me a perception check as this is hitting you. I want to see if this is something that would, wake you up. If you're just out like a fucking log. Oswald's still sleeping, but it certainly rouses you from your slumber.
Was it my time already? I had a couple more hours. Oh, it's rain.
You see Scarv sitting up on a rock now, and he just sort of scoffs and says, yeah, guess this open air isn't, all that good after all, at least for sleeping.
You're telling me. Tries to wake up Oswald. If not...
Lucille, are you sort of out or under the cave entrance?
Well, Lucille would definitely be under something. I was thinking of
Okay.
the the overhead of the cave.
I'll move you up here then.
Athletics would bring Oswald. Oh,
You
this
know,
boy is just dire.
it doesn't take much to rouse your trusty friend, as you know, a little shake along with the raindrops. Looking around like a little startled. Scarv also comes up under the overhead over here next to you, Slate. Do you just settle back into sleep and wait for your shift, Juno?
I'll let Oswald, because he was like, jolted awake, and then he's just awake. Also be awake with Slate, and then I'll wait for my turn.
Yeah. Some time passes, and Slate, you weary from your sickness, go to sleep. And Juno takes over with Oswald. You start to notice, Juno, that the rain is only getting heavier to the point where, some of it is sort of gathering here and sort of dripping towards the cave entrance.
Oh, that's not good.
What are you what are you doing for your watch?
Mainly like probably just stretching and strength training, just to make sure like I don't pull anything when we're exploring. Being very alert with like sound mainly, because I'm my eyes, I'm doing stuff I can't really see, and I'm trusting Oswald with his sight to be my eyes while I just listen in, if there is anything.
Okay. As you are on your watch, Gina, a scarf rouses, sort of a little wet from the rain that is kind of pouring in, and walks over towards you, and was just like kind of a grunt, like plops down on a rock next to you. Yeah, this spot sucks.
You're telling me.
Do you think this is gonna get worse?
I mean, it's only gotten worse till now. I don't think it's gonna get any better anytime soon. Feels like it's about to happen.
It's kind of feels like the DM is leading up to something.
I mean, just given the extent of our adventure so far, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, look at
Oh
that.
my, rain
Look at
effect.
that.
That's crazy.
Smells like rain.
it certainly does, as it only gets like stronger and stronger. And
is it only rain and there's like no like thunder or anything?
You certainly hear rumbling, but it's more so the sound of the rain like hitting the walls of the chasm and hitting the ground than anything else. However, yeah, how much longer we got on this? And at this point, it's about halfway through your shift. About, getting ready to get everybody up and finish daily prep. A little bit longer, and then we should probably get everybody up and moving.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Maybe we could try to drag them further inside.
Well, if we're dragging them, then they're probably gonna wake them up anyway. I mean, we got some pretty,
True.
at least one pretty heavy sleeper here, and he sort of like nods his head over to Oswald. It gets close to that hour, and at this point, rather than Juno and Scarv waking people up, it's the wetness. Like everybody is sort of soggy. If you had like, you know, bedrolls on the ground or whatever, like they start to get soggy as like the rain is pummeling this sort of outcropping, and it is starting to sort of flood inwards into the halls. As everybody gets up, what do y'all do? What does your hastened morning prep look like?
Obviously, getting the bedroll tied up as fast as possible and donning back the plate armor.
I'll make half of my crafting allowance. So, bam.
Yippee!
I make just 2 of those.
Sleeping
finish my-
lessons.
Let me do my rest just to get everything back.
Yeah, everybody can take their rest.
Cool.
You know, eat your rations. Who would like
I'll-
to give a ration to Sky?
Sure, yeah, I can.
Okay.
I think that fits for Lucille,
Yeah.
who's been small talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give one to Scarf if he doesn't have any.
You go to offer him one, and he goes, "Oh no, don't worry about it." And you see him pull some stuff out of his bag, and he just sort of like pats the bag. He's like, "I got everything I need in here, no sweat."
A self-sufficient man.
Mm-mm. Cool. You guys pack all of your stuff up and sort of push inwards into the castle. The flooding isn't so bad that it's like, you know, rushing in or whatever, you know. There's only so much surface area that the water can really catch on just outside the cave. So with a bit of distance in, it starts to dry out again. As you guys are sort of rushing in, you know, getting all of your stuff packed up, and have found your way a decent little ways, you know, a nice jog into the halls to get away from the water. You hear the roar of the rain outside, and when I say roar, I mean think we have 2 Rain World players in here. Think
I wasn't gonna say anything.
yeah, think like end of a cycle, like heavy rain. Like that is what is happening outside right now.
Like a downpour.
Yeah.
Okay, said
Oh
something.
my god, like downpour.
Something feels off as you guys, you know, slow down and start to, you know, shake off, dry off. Juno, being the most awake out of the group here, you would notice Scarf is gone.
Huh.
Oh. There's a deep sigh. I thought we had a moment, but I guess not. A little panicked at first, but then again, he did reassure her that he is fine and dandy. So she has no doubt that like he probably is somewhere fine, but trying to figure out where he could have gone.
Give me a perception check as you
Okay.
look back down the hall and sort of think about what you guys passed as you hustled.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh. Is that supposed to be blind?
It was supposed to be blind. Can you roll,
Okay,
can you roll it again?
Yeah, I'll just do it again.
That's tragic.
Watch that be in 1.
As you look back, sort of a click of your tongue, you go over in your head like everything you guys passed as you ran, and there was a couple branching paths. The one that you think that you might have lost him on was a staircase that went up.
Mm. I did want to go back to the surface.
Now that's
Did he
what-
steal a lockbox?
Sort of
Wolfram? Seriously, though.
yeah, I mean it is missing from Wolfram's inventory, but
Oh.
It is?
yes,
Oh.
It is
it's actually
now,
like
yeah.
actually.
it! I'm shaking you. I'm shaking
We
you by the
saw it, we
shoulders.
saw it. The lockbox was not something he was carrying his backpack. It's a giant thing. It didn't. You said it
That's
didn't fit in the
why I
backpack.
asked
Like
first.
it's a visible thing that I thought we had out. So I was like, I
Is
thought
it?
we. Yeah, it's.
I don't
it's
know.
big.
I mean, it's not huge. Like the lockbox itself isn't huge. It is maybe the size of
Primordial
like a
power.
shoebox is how I described it before. Like it isn't
Mhm.
giant.
Yeah, lockboxes are tiny little things.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Visible, like it was a
Then-
visible thing we had out all the time. That's why, yeah, that's why I was like, yeah.
I mean, probably like laying off his like
Well,
waist or something.
More than likely. You pat yourself down, Wolfram, as you try to figure it out. Like maybe you put it in your backpack or something as you were rushing to get your stuff together. But you don't see it.
Well, that's an issue.
Well, I don't think I was the last person that used it for buying. So who was that? Slate.
Blake didn't buy anything. Actual-
Juno.
Yeah.
It's
You're
crazy
the
that
last-
you. It's
You were
very.
the
I don't
last
know.
person.
Oh,
Kind
so
of
you're gonna push
weird
the
that you
blame on
refer to that
me.
yourself in the
I
third
think-
person, Slate.
I
Kind of
think
weird,
there's-
but
I think there's someone missing.
Yeah, we already know
Who?
Script was gone. Juno was tracking him.
huh? Where is he?
How'd you know
He-
Juno was tracking?
Visibly, he was looking.
Slate, what are you talking about?
What? She was looking around. That was described already.
First, you refer
Yeah,
to yourself
but I
in the third
didn't
person.
say
Are you
that.
like an android? I've heard of
Yeah.
those like up in the north. Are you like steps
Anyway.
closer?
Fucking android.
As you guys, sit here and bicker, Sky speaks up. Was that something important?
Yes,
Nah.
very.
That's
mean, a little.
one of our only connections to outside this hole.
Did also have a lot of our money.
All of it.
I was wondering what you were all doing around that box. How long has he been with you?
And,
3 days?
like
Yeah,
a little
3
bit
days.
before we met you.
And she just looks like upset.
Well, no way to go about it. We're packing up and going after him.
We have to go back up?
Did he go up?
Seems like it. I mean, he did talk about, coming back to the surface and trying to get back to the surface. I mean, that's how we met him.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I'd rather we go down with that thing
True.
instead of without it.
I can send a message to Lilith in the book, see if she has any indication on ways to track it.
You think she reads?
I assure you
Anyway,
she probably does.
I think we should start going.
Can Oswald smell if there's any trail?
Yeah, in fact, rangers have a whole thing about tracking.
Oh, what do I have to do
Um,
for that?
You would give me a survival check to try and find tracks. You have a hard time picking up an actual trail, this being, a lot of hard stone, and if he was stinky enough to, get this right out from under your nose, he must be covering his tracks in some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
The message to Lilith has been sent.
There was that one staircase that went up like a
Mhm.
couple hundred feet back when we fought the Geodudes.
Slate, you're pretty good at like nature stuff, right? Do you see anything that Juno doesn't?
This isn't nature. This is the halls of a building.
Survival check to track.
You can.
Ooh, second -1. Cool.
Huge.
27.
Yeah, there he is. See
Jesus.
what I tell ya?
With how you guys sort of escaped, it's impossible to completely hide your tracks as, wet feet on a mostly dry sort of area. You do have an immediate worry, and it's about the fact that the cleaning walls, the goo walls, could erase the tracks if you're not careful or not fast about this.
I'm distracted.
But you do find a trail.
Would I be able to use the bewitching bloom again to have Wolfram look as we search to see if there's any information that the cleaners can destroy magical items, or if it's just non-magical things that they get rid of?
Yeah, it is a brand new day. Go for it.
Clues, please.
You certainly worry that if the cleaners, the slime walls, if it gets a hold of, like, are you asking for in the case of like the lockbox itself, like if it gets put into it, or you think that it could certainly destroy magical items.
Okay.
Yeah, it can crush them things.
Okay.
They're toast.
Well, yeah, we have to click then, most likely. The water trail he's leaving is the best lead we have.
Can I send Oswald to try to chase after him? And hopefully we catch up to them.
Yeah,
Because he is the fastest.
if you want to send him ahead, you can.
I also believe track is like an exploration activity, right?
Yes.
The good news is that track has an exploration activity. You move up to half your travel speed, which means you could have Hemlock doing this while the whole party is, still moving at speed.
Okay.
Thank you, Hemlock.
Thank you. Thank you, Hemlock.
Oh, excuse me, Oswald. Blech. Cool.
I think you would also do well to track. Actually,
Yeah.
would you be able to hunt prey, Scarf?
Oh, I don't know. Can I?
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
Give me prey.
As long as you sort of know about a creature, you could hunt prey.
Oh. You
That
shouldn't
gives
have
an
had
extra
a conversation with me.
That's an extra bonus to tracking.
Mm.